And welcome back. To have you on board. My name is Levi Kones. We are discussing about matters to do with cancer of the thyroid specifically. And I've been talking to BONA WATAK-CANCER, who's been taking us through her journey and even her diagnosis with this particular type of cancer. Yes. This is rare.
It's very rare.
How rare?
I'm yet to meet someone who has suffered thyroid cancer. In my circles, everyone goes like, cancer is that one. Even the ones who are survivors. Like, I'm yet to hear of thyroid cancer.
Of thyroid cancer.
Yeah.
So it's been difficult to find somebody that you can benchmark.
That I can benchmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have other cancer survivors, breast cancer and all that, and you're like, no, we did well. It was here, and we made it positive attitude, which really helped, because that positive attitude for yourself kind of disappears. You see a bleak future.
Yeah.
Praying becomes a problem. So if you have people who pray for you,
yeah,
it really helps.
But you see, this is why you'll beat it, so that you can become the first one
so
to show others the way. You'll be the lighthouse.
And I'm hoping I can meet others. I'm sure there are others who've gone through it. So I hope I'll be able to, and share experiences and how are they going about it.
Yeah, let's talk about several things. Number one, anxiety. How have you dealt with that?
I sleep. I sleep. I think I shut off. I would sleep. I would wake up just so my mother doesn't say hi and go back to my room. Because you're thinking, if this doesn't work, what happens to my babies? As mothers, we're always thinking, what happens to my babies? And my babies were like, you have cancer, are you dying? Because what they know about cancer, what they hear is, with cancer you die. Like, mommy, are you dying? I'm like, no. Dying? You don't really know for sure. As much as your doctor has said.
You're trying to give yourself, to give them hope. Also give yourself
and
hope.
Convince myself also. Because as much as the doctor is saying, this one is 99% recovery. You will be fine. But still in the back of your head, you're trying to think, do I have things in order? Will my babies be fine? What happens? It's bad. Yeah. You actually get inside yourself and makes everything look so much than it really is. Yeah.
Where have you pulled your greatest source of encouragement?
From my family and my friends. I have amazing friends, because the minute the diagnosis came, I have this group of friends that showed up with shopping. They're like, stop worrying. And it was so out of the blue, because at that time you're thinking, savings ndo hizo zilienda na second surgery, na nini. Basically, you're trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And then you have people who call to pray with you. Our school has a counseling department. The counselors call and ask, how is it going? So at some point there, you're thinking, don't ask me, I'm tired of talking, just go away and let me be, But they don't give up on you. They still keep showing. And I live far. I live in Kiserian. So if you have someone leaving work at 4 or 5, diaspora. So if you leave work at 4 or 5 and you drive all the way to Kiserian to come and see me, na kuna curfew, it gives you hope. It gives you a lot of hope in humanity. I've seen humans are good. There's good in humanity. You still have some good left.
Yeah.
So,
what are some of the things that you think are, how do I put it, what need to change about the issues to do with cancer and its diagnosis and journey?
The treatment, the process of treatment, the payment, it's expensive. And you don't know how to go. No one tells you, this is it. You have insurance, you believe I'm covered. Insurance tells you there's something called sublimit for chronic diseases. So you might have an inpatient cover of $1 million, but your insurance will only pay 200 because you have a
chronic. You're never aware until.
You're never aware of those nitty-gritty details until. Then they tell you, no, this is a different form of admission. So it's not an inpatient sort of admission where you've been taken in, so we are not paying for it, we are not covering for it. Then you think maybe you should get another insurance. Then they're like, yes, but you'll wait for a year before you can start using it. So you're in a quagmire of sorts. So when you really need insurance to be there for you, it's when it just off your feet. They're not there. They're like, no, this is the sublimity. They're like, what do you mean sublimity? Like, you've had this condition from before. It was diagnosed because of these cysts from before. Because my argument was like, yes, I had the cysts, but my first diagnosis was benign, which means the diagnosis for cancer came in this, when it's running. They're like, no, we consider it a continuous.
So there's loopholes they use
There's
to
loopholes.
chenga.
Yes, there's loopholes which we
going
don't
for
know
full
about.
payment. That has surprised you. What
Yeah.
else?
So, and then you go like, I pay NHIF, right? So let's go to NHIF and see what they can do, because one, NHIF does pay for chemos and radiotherapies. There are those who've been really supported with NHIF. So you go like, we go NHIF.
And they do announce that quite a bit.
Yes, you know. So you apply for NHIF and they tell you are co-insured.
Yeah.
You have private insurance.
I host NHIF guys and I keep telling them, there's what you say, and then there's the saying, kwa ground.
There's the saying.
Between different.
So yes, that's when.
And then they still need some work there.
Yes, that's when you discovered vitu kwa ground need different. So when I went now so that I could order for this medication, NHIF was like, we'll give you 12,500, which has been approved because you are co-insured. So I go back to my insurer. I'm like, are you guys in touch with NHIF? Could you please tell them you're not covering me and I don't have a cover, so that, But it became such a dragged out, it wasn't going to finish soon, and I need this medicine to come. So that's when my colleagues and my friends and family pulled together and it's like, guys, we need to raise 300K for the medicine to come in. And then we shall see after that what next. Yes. So we came together. I paid for my medication this Tuesday. Ordered for 30th. So I should be going for the radioiodine on 30th of June. So you're at that point where you don't know now what other charges will come. The way hospital charges come, which you don't know. Yes. And then from there now is when we see what happens. So I'm really trying to find out from cancer survivors, what happens after. So you go through the treatment. Then what happens after? Do you have, because I know at some point I'll have to do the body scan again to confirm that.
And that's not cells now you have to do it every year.
I have to, just to confirm.
A new thing.
Yes. And I'm really waiting to go back to levothyroxine. So that I can, because living without thyroxine it's horrible.
Okay. Have you told this to your children? Are they of age?
My eldest is 11. My youngest is 7. So my youngest asks a lot of questions. The other day, his teacher called me and said, your son is worried about, he told me he's worried about your condition. And I was like, he's 7. It sort of puts you like, okay, so how much do you know? But we had this conversation with my first surgery.
Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
When I had surgery, my daughter was 5. And then she went to school and drew a picture of me, and because I'd gone home now to recuperate. There was one time I was being dressed and she happened to be in the room. And I had stitches across my stomach. So she drew a picture and then drew a stomach and drew things that looked like train tracks across the stomach. And she just what's this? I said, that's Daddy's stomach.
They are very aware.
Kuna mtu alikata daddy.
Alikata daddy tumbo.
They get some awareness of what's going on. And it does disturb.
Yeah. So my eldest is the one who asked, are you dying? It's like, no.
Yeah, because of the cancer word.
Yes, because of the cancer word. So a second born keeps asking, is your neck okay now? Can you turn your neck? Can you look up? Is it healing? Can we see? So you find there's I think they have that worry. Because for when I had the surgeries and they still had to go to school, they stayed with my brother because of the commuting. So they were away from me, and they would only probably come over the weekends. So for them it was like, this must be serious. Yeah, yeah.
Because that increases some worry.
Mm.
How important do you think it is to work with people who are suffering from cancer? You know, in a, how do I put it? With that psychosocial support, with counseling, because even as you said, when you were told, you know, you have cancer, it was just thrown out there, and it happens to so many patients. People they're just told, hey, you know, you have cancer, so you go deal with that information.
Yeah.
As you would see fit.
As you would see fit.
You know, if they were telling you have HIV, they would have a counselor present.
They would have a counselor. In fact, you'll have a counselor first.
Yes.
And they take you take you through it. And what do you think you'd do if you found yourself positive? That doesn't happen. You're just told, my friend, you have cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for many people, the word it sounds
it's
terminal.
humongous.
Yes.
It's terminal. Because you're imagining you're going to live with this for the rest of your life. You have seen the battle. You've seen what chemo does.
Yes.
Yeah. And counseling would be nice before it's just thrown to you. Talking to other cancer patients gives you hope because they tell you, I survived it. It was hard. Keep a positive mind. And then you learn how to work. Working with people, it's called social networking. Is very important. It just doesn't come out of the blue. It's something you build over the years, over time. Having a social network is really important. That one of saying hi to Mama Mboga, how are you today?
Yeah.
Speak to people. Like,
you know what I say it is?
Yeah.
You deposit, because you never know when you need to
You
withdraw.
need to withdraw it.
Yes.
So now it came for my
You can't
turn.
withdraw what you didn't deposit.
You can't withdraw what you didn't deposit.
Yeah.
So the way my colleagues, acquaintances, friends have come together is amazing. So I would want to believe I have social networked well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I become better at it, you know, find out what's going on, reach out, even know the person. Because, you know, you see posters on Facebook.
Yeah. Are you singing, by the way?
I'm not singing. I can't sing.
You can't sing?
Yeah.
Not yet?
Not yet.
But how has this changed your perspective of life?
Appreciate the little things. We always want the big things that, you know, are so far. Appreciate a smile. As simple as that. Appreciate somebody giving you a seat. You know, you go to a room that is full and somebody stands up to give you a seat. They don't know who you are. The little things. And then it's taught me that we wait for a miracle that is from heaven when the miracle is right next to you. That person who's right next is right wako hapa kwa ground. Hawako mbali. The angels are right here. The miracle is right here. That's how God touches you with the things around you. So you appreciate life more, like thinking, side B. So if you can't sing, what next? What will you do? You know, yeah. So there's those thoughts that you have. Then you have a lot of time to reflect because you're home, you're in your bed, you don't leave your house. So you have time to think about so many things and to plan ahead and to see how would you want to make life better for others? Because others have made it better for you. They didn't have to. I mean, what obligation do they have? None. But they went out of their way to make it better for you.
Yeah. So,
and you also think, okay, and that's the joy of life. When somebody else gets better because you helped them, I think that's rich.
It is rich.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate we're out of time. Can you imagine?
That went so fast.
It did go so fast. How can people get a hold of you if they want to help?
They can get a hold of me through my number. Should I say it here?
Sure.
Okay, 0721 692 704. Yeah. Or my best friend, who is one of the people who came together to help me out. Her name is Mercy, and her number is 0722 750 989.
Are you on Facebook, on any social media?
Just as BONA WATAK-CANCER.
Just as BONA WATAK-CANCER.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's easier to get someone there sometimes.
Yeah.
We wish you well. We'll be looking at the journey.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully we get you back here when you're completely healed.
Definitely.
Because now you'll be the trailblazer. to teach people about cancer of the thyroid.
Of the thyroid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You
would
know,
be
I
nice
say, you
to
know,
have.
God allows us to go through these things so that we can be a beacon to somebody else.
Yeah. True. True.
There is no useless experience.
There's no, yeah, as painful as it might be, or
Yes.
there's always some good that comes out of it. So,
Yeah. Always some good.
yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Really appreciate it. That's 59 minutes for this morning. Stay tuned for later coming up with Losu. Do have yourselves a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.